Hi, everybody. DJ Yoakley with you here for another edition of Coach's Corner with Bill Stanton, brought to you by Gorby's. Coach, when you look at this team, you had a scrimmage against Struthers. You guys did a great thing with the Vaughn Brunson Invitational. Brought in a lot of insight, brought a lot of good teams into East Palestine, and you learned a lot about yourself. Berto, your best player, was a little bit under the weather, but he still performed. What did you learn about your team, and what are you going to use moving forward?
You know, and I told them this last night when we walked off the floor. You can't fault them in their effort. I've told a lot of people that the kids are working hard. We're young, so the fundamentals aren't there yet. They're doing everything they can to go get a win. Yep. You brought up Berto. Every night he walks off the floor, looks like he got in a prize fight. I mean, he looks like he fought Tyson, and Tyson won. I can tell you that. I mean, it's everything under the sun. We got blood all over. I always enjoy washing his uniform because it's a task every night. There's blood all over it. So you know what? The kids are working hard. Fundamentals will come. They know where we're at. We know where we're at. It's a journey. It's not the ark wasn't built in a day. So you got to take time to build it. And they realize that. So I'm very happy where we're at with that side of it. It would nice to get a win on the column, but those will come. So
you played two tough teams so far. You played West Branch, a very good West Branch team, and then Union last night, very good. And now you're tasked with Elwood City. These three games are supposed to get you prepared for the conference schedule with Latonia looming in the darkness there. Talk to me about what you're learning about your team. What the X's and O's. Do you feel the progression each and every game like you were looking for?
Yeah, I feel the progression. First thing first, excuse me. You never knew. I knew there was PA basketball over there. I never knew how tough it was.
It's talented.
There is some kids. There's a lot of talent, but at the same time, kids are just tougher. I mean, they were just beating the crap out of us last night. So for those to go play West Branch, which is a good basketball team, and then to go play these two teams. Where you're just gonna get hit, you're gonna have to box out. We're getting better, just all around. So I looking at it, I think this was great for our journey, and we're getting better with that. But in all reality, I hate to say it, but those three games, they matter, but they don't in the end of the day, because you're going to look for a league championship, and Latonia is the biggest one. We're hoping to go get a win tonight against Elwood City. And then you look at Latonia right there, ready for us on Friday night.
I know you're a huge tape junkie. You were up till 2 in the morning watching tape. What did you see on tape that you can kind of utilize today?
You know, they're a lot like us. They're not too big. They'll run a lot of the Pennsylvania motion, and they're just going to try and out hustle you. That's a lot what we're going to do. So hopefully we'll sit down in a 2-3 zone and. They'll shoot it just like they did on the film. They didn't shoot it the greatest. We'll get a rebound and we'll run just like that's our go-to. But you know, like I tell the kids all the time, the chips will fall where they may, and we got to go out and play the way we play basketball.
Now, you said last week that you're going to hang your hat on being able to be a running basketball team, and so far so good. Problem is turnovers and not making the buckets that you need to make, those ones that are you just have to have. How do you fix that? Is that practice? Is that preparation? What is that?
You know what, DJ? It's hard to simulate a contested fast layup.
Right.
It's very, very hard to do. We try and do a lot of it, but if a guy tells you that he can do that, please give him my number, because I want to meet him. Because most likely he's lying to you. But we try and do it in practice. I mean, we shoot probably 15, 20 layups a day each kid. But you know, it's hard to and with a young group, it's not surprising that we are missing those, because we're not used to it. The kids have not been there before. It's hard to do something when you haven't done it before.
So when you look at this league, the EOAC, I mean, it's a younger league. I mean, you guys are stepping in there. You're not the only ones, for the exception of Southern, as well as Columbiana, which are the two favorites right now to win the league. It's a relatively young league. So going into that, knowing you want to win that EOAC championship, are you okay with just battling and learning the opposition that you're going to be battling the next 2-3 years?
Well, yeah, and that's what the league is in a great spot right now. You have your two teams on top that are a little bit older with Columbiana and Southern. Lisbon's got a group of younger guys. United's got a group of younger guys. And we got a group of younger guys. So I guess it's a race to the mountaintop of who's going to be able to progress those kids quicker than the other three. We have a great group of coaches in the EOAC. Coach Cadvan works tirelessly to get those kids ready. Coach Huxell does it as well. So I'm very lucky to coach with a group of guys that know what they're doing. So we'll see who reaches the mountaintop first.
So when you look at that mountaintop, you've got a group of sophomores, a very talented group of sophomores. You've peppered in a few freshmen and a few juniors as well. What is it going to take? I mean, is it extra practice? Is it extra film time to get you guys to where you need to be?
You know what? I think film works. I think just getting them on the floor and
experience.
Experience. Getting them against whoever possibly we can get them against. May that be? I mean, we still have out there one more scrimmage, and you can use that until tournament time. So we may throw that in just to get them experience on the floor and just throw them out there and say, you know what, here you go, and it's a different body than what we have, and because we don't have any height. I can tell you right now, you walk into our gym on a night we're practicing, and you're not going to be able to see many guys that are taller than, the coaches are probably the tallest guys in the gym. It's not a good thing, but that's just where we're at. So to get guys to be able to see different views and different stuff and get them the experience, that's where we're at. I mean, film's a great thing, and we'll watch it, but you're not getting much out of watching a film with younger guys. It's more you got to actually see it and do it to get better.
I think one of the most impressive things about you is you're a younger coach. I mean, you look in, 25, 26?
26.
26. So you look at that, and you're not that far away and taken away from being a player yourself. So when you look at that, you can be a player's coach. You know what these guys are going through. Is there a team right now out there, even in the conference, that you kind of want to model the Bulldogs after?
This is going to be actually kind of weird. It's kind of cliche. I've always wanted to model our program after the other Bulldogs right up the street in Poland. Poland, they come to work every day and they're ready to go. They just come to the gym and they're working. There's no, I got this, I got that. It's basketball. And that's just with every sport. They've done a great job over there. And then the other program that we'll take stuff from, and we do a lot from, is Struthers. We get a lot from them. They just fundamentally wise and basketball wise, they bring a lot. But the attitude wise comes from Poland, and then the basketball side of it comes from a lot from Struthers as well. We pick a lot from them, but we pick it up from everybody. Just the thing last night is Union asked me about one of our plays, and we pick it up from everybody. We'll watch a game and we'll say we're going to put that in, or we're going to put that in. Maybe that'll work. Maybe it won't. So
I think the thing I was most impressed from your answer right there is you brought two of those teams into your building to kind of see them up close and personal. When you had the Vaughn Brunson Classic, when you were able to bring those two teams in, did you take anything away personally from watching those two teams and playing against Struthers, knowing that the high caliber, high octane offense that they contain and their absolute incredible defense and the talent of their team, putting your Bulldogs up against them? Is that something you wanted to see what you had in you? If somebody would fight, if your dog would fight, so to speak?
Well, yeah, the best quote that I've ever heard about that kind of stuff is Mike Bray stated, "You don't get better by beating up on your little brother. You get better by beating up on your bigger brother." Right. And you're probably not going to beat up on your bigger brother, but you're going to get better, and you got to take away the stuff that you've got better at. So that was kind of where we stood with that. But I also, it's experience of, we need to show the kids of, where we come from, like what we want to, what our vision is, like where we want to go. And the things that really stuck out to me were as Poland comes in the door and they're in a straight line. Kids aren't screwing around. Kids aren't doing anything with that. They all got the same stuff on. They're all in the same image. Walk in the door, coach takes them to the locker room, and they come out.
Business.
Come out in 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and they're ready to go.
All
they're
business,
right into
yep.
all business, right into their warm up. The other thing was Struthers came out and they just worked their butts off.
Yep.
So that's another thing we brought. Kind of saw, but the kids will tell you we do that every day. We went out to Mohawk yesterday, and nothing against the other programs, but they were all over. Our kids walked in the door, got changed, came out, and they don't have any headphones on. They clean cut image, and they're ready to go. So we're very happy with not the respect, but the character of our program right now. Fundamentals in basketball will come. It's only this is a year and 2 months that we've
Right.
been here. So it's basketball will come, and we're building to that. But clean up the image, and that's the first thing we want to do.
I love it, and I think the biggest thing from that is you're teaching these kids for later on, not just the four walls and a basketball and what they're trying to do. You're teaching them for stuff that's going to help them later on in life. So kudos to you. One of the things that you and I talk about a lot is the pride of this program and being able to support this program. Obviously, at a small school, it takes outside donors and advertisers and people of that nature that help kind of bring the program up so you can afford the shooting shirts, the pregame stuff, all the things that you want to do to outfit your kids so that you look good, you play good, things of that nature. Talk about some of the fundraisers. You and I talked just before we got on the air about some of the fundraisers, and then, of course, the Battle of the Borders coming up, which you and I are both excited for.
Yeah, we are so lucky. It is hard. I feel bad sometimes, and DJ, you're one of them. I feel bad a lot of the time. We hit up a lot of the same sponsors. East Palestine's not a very big town, so you hit up the same people, and I feel bad. And DJ, I appreciate everything you guys do for us, and I thank you.
Sure.
But people just coming out, and I mean, we're getting a lot of stuff this year, and because the kids are working hard to go out and sell the stuff. I mean, we went out and sold discount cards on a Saturday morning, and I know the kids will tell you. Not something they wanted to do. Not something I wanted to do.
Right.
But we get out and we do it, and that's what we have to do to build the program. Like I tell the kids all the time, it's a lot like the fiance. If I bring in the money and she spends it, I told the kids, if you bring in the money, I'll spend it on you. That's just how it is. So most of the time is they'll bring it in and we'll figure something out to spend it on for them. But that's the key thing right there, and it's part of your job, part of my job that I don't like. I'm not one of those guys that likes to go ask.
You're not
for
a
money.
salesman, no.
No, I sell our program, but that's about it.
What are some of the things that you guys get with the money that comes in?
Well, actually this year we got them book bags, we got them travel suits. Every kid got a pair of shoes. They got T-shirts, they got long sleeves. They get a lot of stuff. And it's all for their efforts.
It's all courtesy of the community, the local businesses, the people buying the discount cards. So I think that's what gets lost in translation is there's a direct correlation to if you buy a discount card or if you sponsor the program in some way, you're benefiting these kids.
Oh, yeah, it all comes back to the kids. It's nothing more than, I mean, there's nothing going anywhere other than it's going to the kids. So we're very happy about that. And then as you stated, we have the Battle of the Borders coming in. Last year, Mr. Pavkovich and I looked at it and we saw the cracker plant coming in just over the border. So if you look at it and look at East Palestine, if we promote our town well and we bring other teams in and we bring PA teams in, somebody who's moving into the area may say, you know what, taxes are lower over here. It's a great community. I'm going to move into East Palestine and I'm going to commute to the cracker plant.
Yep.
And we would love to see that happen. So yes, it's a great basketball tournament. Yes, we love the fact that there's 10 teams coming into our gym to play basketball, but we're more promoting the town and the fact that we got great people here and we're a hardworking town and we got great companies like YSN here to promote. So it's not all about us bringing that tournament in.